Hi everyone. Today's going to be quite a different video. It's not going to be anything like beauty, anything like that. It's a really chatty video, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. I personally go through it. I never really thought I'd put it out there on such as like a video on YouTube or something as viewable as the internet about mental health, but I've found courage, I've found strength, and I've learnt that it's something that needs to be spoken about. Hiding your mental health does no one good. Absolutely no one, especially not yourself. If you suffer from mental health or think you suffer from mental health, go and speak to a doctor, go and speak to family, friends, anyone. You need to speak to someone. So I've wrote myself a letter. Stress, depression and anxiety. They're my mental health issues. They're what I deal with day in and day out. So instead of just rambling on in a video, I've wrote myself a little story, my depression story if you want to call it. I'll just get started. It's a bitch. I don't want sympathy, pity or Oz. I don't want a solution, magic pills or a quick fix. All I want is awareness. Awareness to the fact that mental health is real. We can't see it because we can't see what's inside our heads. Everyone has anxiety to some degree, but it becomes a problem when it affects your daily life. What to wear, where you have to go, who you're going to meet, why are they looking at you like that? Depression. It's a lack of motivation, a lack of sleep, a lack of appetite, not caring very much about things. Dealing with these feelings and emotions every day is hard, and even more so if you have multiple problems. It's like wanting to go shopping, but you're nervous and scared and lack motivation. Can't find the energy to get yourself ready, to travel there, or to even make the plans. Wanting to have a conversation, but anxiety kicks in and you almost don't even know how to construct a sentence together. Your mind goes absolutely blank, you forget every word that you've ever said, and you're racking your brain to find something to say to this person you want to have a conversation with. But anxiety is just putting a straight up brick wall in front of both of you. Simple things like having a shower, doing your hair and makeup, making a meal, cleaning etc. feel like a chore and don't seem worth doing. When you do at least one, it feels as if it's taken all of your energy. Your mind is constantly racing with thoughts, creating scenarios in your head that may not have even happened before. Going over things over and over again. This happens to me when I'm in a state of anxiety. I'm pretty much silent unless spoken to. But at the same time, my head is blowing up with thoughts, worrying about anything and everything. For a fair few months, I've pretty much been in a constant state of anxiety, and it's become pretty normal to me, but it takes a lot of energy to deal with it day in and day out. Some things trigger mental health: negative life experiences, death, bullying, family or work. Sometimes it's for no reason at all. I think that's the worst, when something is wrong and you don't know what it is. Some people don't believe in mental health. Of course, why would they believe in something that they can't see? We can't see cancer. In fact, we can't see much. What can we see? Of illnesses, what can we see? We can't see much. So we can't say whether someone does or doesn't have mental health issues, unless you're a doctor. We can't say they're real or not real. I mean, there's no proof. But do you think everybody is just making this stuff up? Often we can shut others out our lives because we don't feel like we're worth their time, that we deserve to feel like this, but we don't. We feel like that no one wants to be your friends, no one likes you, and your problems just aren't worth listening to. But they are. People do want to listen. They want to help and they want to be your friend. They do care, and some part of us knows that. But another bigger, stronger part feels that no one cares. No one cares. People do want to listen and help and be friends. They do care, and some part of us knows that. But another bigger, stronger part of you feels that they don't. This makes it so hard to accept people being there for us, but we just need patience. Admitting there's a problem is hard. Putting on a brave face is easy. Often people are shocked when they find out about my mental health because I seem so happy, smiley and bubbly. But that's what we do to block people out. So there's no questions, so that the lump that you get in your throat when somebody shows that they care doesn't show through and you don't break down in front of them. We need to talk about mental health more. I understand there's more problems out there, but this is so personal to me. People lose their lives every day because of this. Feeling so bad for whatever reason they feel that taking their own precious life is the answer. The only answer there's there. No other way out. And believe me, we've thought of every other way. And suicide becomes the only solution. Something I never thought I would make public, but I feel like it needs to be said, as it's okay to talk about. I have attempted suicide twice in my 22 years of life. I won't go into too much detail, as it's hard enough to talk about. But we need to realise that suicide is not a weakness. It's a strength that comes with much, much thought and pain. So much pain that at 13 years old, I decided that the only way to stop all the pain was to stop life. To stop my life. My life felt like it had so much pain that at 13 I wanted to die. I didn't want to be here. I won't go into the reasons why. The reasons why I'm depressed and stuff, like the reasons that triggered me, I don't want to trigger anyone else. So I won't go into any details. Obviously, I failed. Which to this day, I feel entirely grateful for. But at the time, I was extremely disappointed. From this day on, my mental health would build and it would become normal. Unhappiness was default mode. Unhappiness for me was default mode. That was normal. Happiness was unusual. If I felt happy, then it felt strange. It felt good, but it felt strange. Though I became very good at hiding it, the last thing I wanted was to have questions or people feeling sorry for me. At 17, my mental health got harder to deal with. I was a young mum, I was at college, I was in quite a bad relationship, and it got harder to hide. I had mood swings, paranoia, extremely emotional, and very sad about life. This carried on for about a year and a half. Come July, 2 months after my 19th birthday, I tried to commit suicide again. This time I had Daisy to think about. I made sure that she was safe, but my life was not worth living anymore. She was better off without me. My nana was better off without me. Everyone was better off without me. I carried through with my plans, but again I failed. As soon as I woke, I regretted it. Seeing my daughter's face, I knew I had everything to live for. To this day, I suffer daily with mental health. Some days are better than others, and it's so unpredictable. I hope I never have to make a terrible choice like suicide again, but you really don't know what life is going to throw at you, how well or how bad you're going to handle it. It's so important to seek help for mental health. It doesn't have to be pills, it doesn't have to be doctors. Speak to friends, speak to your family, even speak to your pet if that's going to help. Just please don't keep it to yourself. The worst thing I done for years was keep my mental health to to myself. I pretended that everything was okay. And for a while, at times things were okay. And at times things went downhill. I didn't really understand what I was going through, what my feelings actually were. I didn't understand mental health. I didn't know about mental health really. It's only as I got older that I realised that when I was 13 and I tried to commit suicide, I was depressed. I was severely depressed. And it was a year later, roughly a year later, that I left school. 14 years old. I left school. I won't go into any details about how I tried to commit suicide, why I tried to commit suicide, any of my past history. I won't bring up any of that because these are all triggers for other people. They're also my personal life. This is personal enough to talk about, but it really needs to be spoken about because there's so many millions of people in the world who suffer from mental health, and it's really sad because they don't have to, but they do. The whole point of this video for me, and I really hope that I've got to my point, the whole point of it was for awareness. Awareness that majority of people that you know will probably suffer from mental health issues, and you probably won't even know about it. They might not even know about it. They might know about it, but they might be ashamed about it. So I just feel that if everyone opens up about their mental health, then it won't be such a touchy subject to talk about for yourself. For you to bring up to your friends, I'm depressed. See, to just say those words to someone that you know cares about you, but you don't feel like you deserve that care. That you don't feel that they should care about you. They should just push you away to the side and just forget about you because you're not worth it. But they people do. And as soon as you say, I'm depressed, to them, they're going to have a look on their face that's going to be sad, and they're going to be worried about you. And they're probably going to come over and say, you know, I'm here for you, and they'll probably give you a cuddle. Instantly, that makes you break. You break down. Tears are just flowing from nowhere. You didn't even know that you could cry tears like that. But because someone has showed that they care, that's it. So speak to someone. Just speak to someone, please. So I just feel that we need to talk about it. If you've got social media accounts, share awareness of it. If your family, relationship wise, the best advice I can give is if you are with someone who has mental health issues, research those mental health issues. Learn how to deal with them. Support your partner. Don't get annoyed at them. I mean, of course, like, their actions, you're not going to like some of them. But don't just get angry, because that sets them right back. That would set me right back. But I just want to spread awareness. I just want people to know that it's real. You might not have it, you might not feel like that, but other people do. So I hope that this video helps at least one person. If I can help just one person to get help for their mental health, whatever issues it is, my job will be done. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.